Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Rise of the Tomb Raider. So, before I go on this section of Baba Yaga to get the survival caches, I did look up how to get the one thing that was perplexing me. So let's make a mad dash and collect it. Apparently this document is the most difficult one to collect, probably of the entire game, and I could certainly understand why. There's a little bit more timing required than there ever has been in anything else. So what we're gonna do is we'll shoot this while standing next to this. But we want to do it when this is about to line up so we don't have to wait very long so we can make it to that jump. And then we're going to wait for it to go all the way around to this point. And at that point it will, we can jump on this platform, then jump off the edge of this platform to get to that, all to reach this document that is right here. So probably don't want to do it now. Probably want to do it now. So jump and pulling this. Something's not working with it. I've seen other people do this. There's supposed to be a way you can do this. Let's see. Is there perhaps only one of these that can make the jump? Is it maybe that's the case? Only one of these works? See, that one is at a fine height. That one is at a fine height. Maybe perhaps this one is at a lower height. It is. Interesting. So the only one you can jump on is this one. That's the only one low enough. Trying to make this one puts it too high. And that explains why this is proving to be difficult to figure out, because it leaves you this impression that any one of these would work when you know they wouldn't. I don't know if I timed that quite right. I've got to make it to this here. And I'm glitching out and screwing up on this. Climbing on the edge that I'm not even supposed to be allowed to climb on. That seemed like that would have worked. Had I made everything correctly. So we're looking again. This is the lower one. We're gonna wait till it's about right here and then shoot. I waited a little longer. I probably didn't need to wait longer. If anything, I probably need to just barely make it to this platform and have it spin around. clean up this. There we go. Jump. And land. Barely missed. Barely missed that. At least we know it's doable. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this here. And hope I can make this jump. Nope. Interesting, both the left stick and the B button speeds up swimming. Well, at the very least, could I just do this? It's strange that that one goes downward, and yet it doesn't even help you get back up. I guess I'm going the wrong direction too. Really have no reason to need to jump to this platform just to jump to the other side. This is the lower one. I'm thinking wait till it's about right here this time. Fine. That way there's enough time, not too much. I don't know what it would have really hurt to give the player more time. A few more seconds. Probably wouldn't have anybody. I guess you know why that cutout is right there. They didn't want you to die. This was clearly a tested challenge. Like, somebody quality assured it and found it too frustrating to die over and over again by hitting the ground when you missed that jump. But there is a definite intended cruelty in this challenge of making you not quite have enough time. That one's a high one, that one's a high one, so this is the low one. Getting it about right there works. So, no real problem with that. I'm thinking what I'll have to do is maybe click the left stick to ensure that I'm running. It's just jumps you can't make. This sucks. This is just downright awful. And if we spend 30 minutes just doing this, I'm gonna not bother to record me doing the rest of it. I'll just play off screen. I typically don't enjoy doing that. I do want to show players levels of frustration points in particular so that people know what they're getting into. But gets just to be repetitive like this. And the thing is, I'm not going to feel awesome, I'm not going to feel cool when I get it to work. I'm just going to be slightly relieved. Ah! What killed me there? It was the fact that I didn't make that first jump. Let's see, I don't think this is gonna work. I'm too slow. And yeah, if this was a trick where you were supposed to double it, which, okay, maybe you are. One. This would save me so much time if I could just make this. And I guess this proves you cannot hook onto these things. So don't even bother pressing the button. Like, this is slower. And remember, I have a skill that speeds up this, allegedly. It's supposed to speed up climbing. But climbing with the grapple hook does not seem to be sped up at all. So we're going to wait till it's right about there. And fire. That was a little early. And there's no way to jump from one to the other. So and it stopped. There's no way to jump from one of these platforms to the other platform. That's not part of the solution. And frankly, all of your movement is not fast enough that any of that would make any sense. Let me ask, if I hold down the A button while I'm jumping, does that make me jump any further? Not really. And if I got on this rope and ascended, I couldn't reach that rope even if I tried. And I can't make this jump up to that, I don't think. I could be wrong. That could be it. It could be that I'm taking the lower platform and there's another platform, or a higher platform I should be taking. This is impossible. This is impossible. This is ridiculously difficult. Forget it. Forget it, forget it, forget it. We've spent another 15 minutes on this. This sucks. It's not fun. Come down here. Let's play some other part of the game. maybe we'll come back to it and do it later. Maybe we won't. I'm going to see if I can fast travel within the veil to a different portion. Do have a skill that I got somehow. Let's see. Arrow climber or demolition expert. Apparently I still need the grenade launcher, which is a purchasable item, so I'll take arrow climber. Mid jump, climbable broadhead arrows into softwood surfaces, not including floating platforms, I'm sure. The only other place I can go is this base camp area in the Vale. Now I've looked at the caches for the Soviet installation, and I've also looked at the general information as far as what you're trying to collect, and that told me what areas there are. There are 3, my guess is very small areas left in this game that we haven't dealt with, and there's also this level of awkwardness in the games. Some of the things you can find, particularly the survival maps and the Arctis maps, are just not labeled, it seems. So the thing you would need to find the things that you need are not counted or labeled anywhere.
Ivan, I thought it would be simple. Most of these rough, stinking thugs take what they want from the prisoners. I chose Ivan because I thought he would bend, but it is worse than I thought. He is a good man. He does not want to be here any more than I. That sentiment holds little weight when he eats well and sleeps with a blanket, but I credit him with a moral compass these others lack. This place sickens him. He knows his part in it, hates what he does. I caught him pushing back when he thought no one was watching to calm his guilt. I told him it was not enough. Showed him how to do more. We worked well together, planned our escape. But it is too late. I am pregnant. We are damned.
So it seems like she was kind of using the husband, grandfather, or whatever. Can I make this? Apparently I can.
I knew it was a mistake when I threw the drink in his face, but I did it anyway. I thought Minister Dyatlov's shocked look would be worth the loss of funding for my research. I was a fool. The KGB bastards knocked down my door before dawn. 5 years. A work camp. They no longer have the spine to call it what it is. They call it Freedom Station. Liars. It is a gulag. I promised myself I would not let them break me, but I wept for mercy in my first week. I must find a way out. There is a guard. A red-cheeked boy named Ivan. More sweetness than sense. It pains me to use one so guileless as he, but I will not rot here.
So yeah, at least at the beginning she was using him. There are 2 more documents in this area. One is here, which I have no idea how we're going to get to that. And then there are 4 survival caches. Let's see. I guess, however however I entered this area was through a sliding fall, and so you can't do anything there. So I'll have to climb back up. Didn't quite see that that was where I was going. Very possibly there is a map somewhere around here, or a monolith, or a different kind of map. There's two types of maps, and in those they would point to me where the survival caches are, but they're not really necessary either to get, it seems. Oh yes, and once you beat the game, you can go back to the Siberia part if you hadn't gotten 100% there. That still makes it feel like you have to play the whole game all the way through a second time almost. Well, no, you don't have to play the whole game the second time, but I don't know how you'd say it actually. So I'm trying to keep an eye out for survival caches. They should sparkle and be recognizable, but they aren't. So I'm gonna have to just run and hit X on top of everything. This isn't the craziest of areas, so if I just run around and tap the X button as I'm covering every square inch. Clearly there is a map somewhere in this. There's 3 more survival caches to find. This one looks like one. The question is there another survival cache in this section? Just keep tapping X. Guess that'll work. There's a document. That way. Nothing secret or special. We already found what was there. Is there a quicker way up, I wonder? If I was to just do this, could that perhaps reach? Nope, that's too far. About this. Let's that's too far too. I don't really want to have to do all of this, but I guess I have no choice. Do I have a choice? Let's see if I shot this one to this one. That would work. Drop and jump. Doesn't quite work that way. Nope. The game is not going to be that kind. Why is there not a shortcut that was released when we did this? Why do I have to solve this whole puzzle again? Honestly, the last thing I want to do is have to deal with more of this. I've done enough of this for a while. And I'm really not anywhere close to this document. Up from that, and I guess the answer to that is no. All these extra abilities and none of them are really paying off at all. It's a little strange that the rope wasn't here. Because if this rope had been where I needed it to be, then I would have been fine. Why is this not letting me climb up the rope though? I guess you have to press upward first. Despite what it may seem like, I don't really enjoy actions like this. Oh, this isn't worth it. It's just not worth it. Just run back to the camp and see if you can find fast travel away. Let's just look for any glinting, any reflection of any other survival caches. I think I'm going in circles. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. And this whole thing is a cutscene section, so I can't press any buttons or do anything in that part anyways. Well, it's been another 30 minutes and I'm just gonna fast travel to the other area and work on getting that one document. How much of this do we have to collect? There's still 2 survival caches and there's still 2 documents. So it seems odd that there would be 2 survival caches. They're hidden somewhere, and clearly I just am missing a map, and I can't find that thing. So I'm gonna leave a timer running to see exactly how much more time it takes to get to this document. I don't know how we get to this document. It seems like we jump this way. Interesting.
I am last. There are others. Raids who haunt the Vale. But they are no longer human. They wear familiar faces, cry out for help in the voice of dead friends, but I will not believe their lies. My sword keeps them at bay, quiets them if they will not stop screaming. I tried to lead us to safety, I did, but someone collapsed the passages leading back to the city. Once we realized there would be no escape, we turned on each other. Now, a madman with a bow is perched high above the Vale, and he brings down the message birds I sent with pleas for help. The Wraiths return. More than I can drive away. No one will survive this Vale. Perhaps it's for the best. Let these, my last words, be a warning.
And let these, my last words, be a warning. Probably don't try to do this document in the Baba Yaga DLC. Clearly there's something, some map that I've missed. And since I don't know where it is, I don't know what to do. It's maybe in this section, maybe in this section, or more than likely I would guess it is in this section. I'm gonna do this. I refuse to give up, but it's gonna be a lot of work and a lot of extra time. And we've spent way too much time on this game already. We are now at 23 hours of gameplay that we've shown. We're at 72%. We're not making any progress doing the DLC towards anything else. And yet, the game has at least challenged me enough to not frustrate me to the point of giving up. Not quite yet. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.